sun was dipping low over Lake Nyasa, painting the water in shades of gold and blood red. Fishermen were pulling in their nets, and children were chasing each other along the shore. It was the hour when the lake usually grew calm, when the wind slewed and the waves whispered gently to the sand. But that evening, something was different. It started with the cry of a young boy pointing toward the horizon. "A canoe!" he shouted. All heads turned. Out there, just beyond the rippling water, a small canoe was gliding toward the shore. At first, nothing seemed strange until they noticed the way it moved. The wind was blowing hard out toward the lake, yet the canoe drifted in, cutting through the water as if carried by a hidden current. The strangest part? There was no one inside, and yet the paddles moved. Deep, splash, deep, splash. Each stroke was smooth, steady, and deliberate, as if unseen hands were rowing it. A hush fell over the village. No one moved, no one breathed. Then old Mama Chirwa, the eldest in the village, hobbled forward with her walking stick. Her wrinkled hands trembled as she pointed at the canoe. "That is no fisherman's canoe," she whispered. "That belongs to her." Everyone knew who her meant. The Witch of Lake Nyasa. Men with spears gathered, their knuckles white, but fear glued their feet to the sand. The canoe came closer, the fading sunlight revealing its strange details. Its wooden body was blackened and cracked, as if it had been burned long ago, but never fully turned to ash. Carved deep into its sides were strange, twisting symbols, markings no one in the village could read. They seemed to shimmer faintly in the dying light, as if the wood itself was alive. Then, just as the canoe reached the shallows, it stopped. The paddles rested against its sides. The lake grew unnaturally still. Without warning, the canoe turned, slowly, until its bow pointed back toward the open lake. And that's when they heard it. A voice, soft, cold. It floated across the water like a whisper carried on mist. It was speaking a name. Chisomo. The villagers froze. Chisomo was a young boy of 12 standing in the crowd. His father had vanished years ago while fishing at night. People said the witch had taken him. Now the voice was calling his name. Chisomo's face went pale, his eyes glassy, as if some invisible thread was pulling at his mind. Without a word, he stepped into the water. "Chisomo!" Mama Chirwa's voice cracked. "No, stay back." But the boy didn't hear. His feet moved slowly, mechanically, like he was sleepwalking. The water reached his knees. The canoe waited for him, rocking gently as if eager. The men rushed forward to grab him, but just then, the lake roared. A single wave taller than any they had ever seen rose from the flat, calm water. It crashed against the shore with the force of a storm, knocking everyone to the ground. Nets, baskets, and spears scattered across the sand. When they scrambled up, gasping for breath, the boy was gone. So was the canoe. Only the ripples on the water remained, spreading out toward the deep. And then they heard it. From far, far across the lake came the sound of a woman's laugh, low, mocking, and cruel. It echoed through the mist, curling into their ears like poison. Mama Chirwa's face was pale with terror. "She has taken him," she whispered. "Another soul for her army beneath the waves." That night, no one in the village slept. The fires burned until morning. Mothers kept their children close, while the men kept watch with trembling hands. But even the bravest among them did not go near the lake, for they knew the Witch of Lake Nyasa was not done. She was only beginning.